Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for the Marvel Dice Throne Tournament. If you want to hear our thoughts on Marvel Dice Throne overall, we have done just a run-through and a discussion for that. If you watch the whole tournament, you can probably get a real good old accurate feeling of my thoughts on this game. But to reiterate, I think this tournament overall went way better than the first one that I did, because it wasn't 30 games of Dice Throne. Yeah, it was a single elimination, so that made it a lot better. And I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I have played so many games of Dice Throne, the tournament, this tournament, the games I played that weren't tournaments, and I'm so over it. I don't think there's a single game in existence that I am more over than Dice Throne. I mean, obviously, I was being more jaded during certain run-throughs. Like, obviously, I don't think this game is like a bad game, but it's definitely not one for me. These tournaments, like, man, they just. I feel like when you play this game, like every now and then, like whenever I first played it, it's just like, oh yeah, like this game is awesome. Like, it's amazing how they were able to keep it so close when it's so lucky with the cards and with the dice. And for the most part, yeah, the games are close. 10 health to 0 is really close. That's one, lucky die roll away. Like, that's one ultimate pop off to outright win. But at the end of the day, I don't like roll to resolve. I don't like the fact it's like dice are one thing, card draw is one thing. Combining them makes it incredibly frustrating when your opponent is like, "Oh man, look, an ultimate again." And no amount of unique, cool characters supersedes that for me. So that's kind of where I'm at on the tournament overall as a whole in Dice Throne. Where are you sitting?
No, I still enjoy the game. I just I hadn't played a ton of the Marvel stuff until, I mean, I played it on and off, and then I won a tournament last weekend and stuff a little bit. But you definitely get to see, just in this box, the swinginess of it when these characters are amongst each other. Because it's just like to me, the balance of some of the cards, and it happened both ways. Yeah. But some of the cards that cost the same are way more powerful. Right. One version than another. Yeah. Just like this game. Of course, you didn't play that card this game. It was just you did. Well, maybe you did, or you did something. But this game.
No, actually, I had it.
Yeah. His whole thing is tokens. Yeah. And he never fired it off once.
Yeah. You even had a way to make it cheaper.
I had 4.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I never, because that's when you popped it off, is when I had the 4, and it was just like, I mean, so then I was just pretty much playing straight up bland Black Panther because I couldn't do anything. Yeah. And he only has one way to defend other than his cards.
Yeah. And I kept cards in my hand in case you got that. Then it's like, okay, 1 CP, get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah, certain cards, like certain of the generic cards are like way more detrimental to some characters than others. And I do actually feel that that's more accentuated here, that there's a lot of characters that like rely on their tokens more, and it's just like one card play is just like, okay, well, now I'm actually there's nothing unique about me. And throughout the tournament, especially the last 4 games we played, it became very apparent to me that every deck is basically like a blue magic deck. Like, you did it whenever I was playing Black Panther against Doctor Strange, and I, like, popped off. I got one, like, cool turn where I was, like, getting rid of a lot of cards to sell, to gain CP, to spend a bunch of CP, to draw 5 cards, to sell more, to then get things that can actually help me manipulate dice. And I do all that, roll it, get the, I do my rolls, I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, that's 3 6s, I'm gonna play this to get 2%, and then you just go, no. And it's like, cool. Like, how is anyone supposed to feel? You think anyone... Right. Whoa! Like, cool play! It's like... The entire time, anyone who has cards in their hand more than, like, 1 or 2 just it's like, well, it doesn't allow for creative gameplay for me because it's like I don't want to spend my cards to try and get cool turns because you might be like, oh, I have 2 CP and that's enough for me to ruin your whole fucking plan.
Yeah, I think the most thematic character in this, the one that I think is the funnest to play, I don't know if he's the best, is Thor. I think just the way you're throwing the hammer around and it's doing damage, you're pulling it back, doing damage, you do the lightning strike, which hits and stuff. I mean, he seems to be the most fun to me to play. Some of them are complex for complexity's sake.
Yeah.
And then some of them are too easy.
Yeah, Black Panther too easy. Spider-Man is... And you can tell that... I don't know. I do think that the characters in this feel like the characters. Mm-hmm. But it's painfully obvious, especially with how much of this I've played, that they are still mirrors of other characters. It's like, well, Spider-Man is the closest to the Moon Elf, because he doesn't have a whole lot, but he can avoid a bunch of damage. And then, like... Black Panther is like he has his build up. He's like the pyromancer with the flame tokens that she gains, and she just deals damage back on her defense. Doctor Strange could have been cool if you had more control over when his spells were showing up, but they could all just be at the bottom.
Yeah,
it's like cool. I guess I don't get spells.
Well, and that was when we had that semifinal match. Like my whole hand was spells.
Yeah,
and I couldn't roll anything to cast them.
Right,
you know,
yeah.
It was just like...
It is really dumb that you have to prep them and then cast them. It's like, okay, I guess this one turn I can prep. Oh, you dealt 15 damage to me? Cool, I guess I'm not going to be able to do anything. Yeah, I mean, and I don't even think Scarlet Witch is, like, that powerful. She's just annoying. Like, I find her incredibly annoying. Kind of like I find Miles Morales to be incredibly annoying. It's like, wow, half damage and you get to take 2 turns in a row? 2 effective attacks in a row. That's fucking neat.
I think the funnest matchup is Loki and Thor.
Our initial playthrough.
Well, I just think it's that. I think that's the funnest thematic. I think that really comes in because it's usually equal. He has the
illusion
deck or the illusion cards and stuff, and then
it's like, oh, you're gonna damage me? Is it me?
Thor's hitting hard, so it's kind of like that one. Seems to work out really well.
Yeah, I wish that's kind of what they did. It would have been cool if they made a lot more matchups, but obviously that is the one that makes the most thematic sense. And yeah, they obviously couldn't then do Iron Man and Captain America. I mean, they could have, but they had to throw in... I don't know why they picked the characters that they picked, but this is painfully obvious that if you love Dice Throne, like the Marvel Dice Throne is still something to pick. Unless you just don't like Marvel. But I still find them to be separate. Like, I would never want to combine the two.
Oh, no.
Like Season 1 and 2. It would just be too weird. It's like, alright, let's get a Scarlet Witch, Master of Reality and one of the most powerful cosmic beings, against a barbarian. It's like, what? This theme is way too dumb.
Oh.
Who's your least favorite? Was it Doctor Strange?
I mean, it's not really fair to say because I've only played him. That was my first time ever playing him, but I would say yes. Just because his dice allocation is different. Like,
it's the same as Scarlet Witch's.
Well, Scarlet Witch has 3.
She has 3 of the same, and then 4, 5,
but
and
he
6
only has 2. He doesn't have anything that's 3 of the same. Doctor Strange.
Oh.
His is 2, 2, 1, 1. So it makes it to where it's
but almost none of her stuff like having more odds of warp is not great.
Oh no, and I agree. I just mean every other character has this thing.
Yeah.
You know that like that's a bailout thing. It's the most common thing you can roll.
Sure.
You can do some damage.
Yeah.
Like him, it seems like you're really pushing the envelope, trying to because you don't have the consistency of one of those to be able to do that. It's
that's true.
You know.
I mean, I don't think. It's been a while since we've done the first 3. I don't really think there was like any match that was like a blowout. In the original tournament, there were absolutely like 40-0 matches where it's just like there's like just dice and card draw just didn't go one of our ways, and it doesn't feel good. It's like in this game, and I'll repeat what my friend said that I did the original tournament with. I don't care that I lose. I just want to play, and this game sometimes allows you to not play. where it's like, oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I finally got something. Re-roll it. It's like, fucking re-roll this.
Yeah. Well, and as annoying as that is, I think the most thing I hate the most in this game is Miles' combo.
Yeah.
Being able to do 2 full attacks.
It's disgusting, yeah.
Because, that's...
It's like you get a whole nother offensive roll phase.
Right.
And if you're able to pop, if you're able to just roll relatively well, you could, do 20 damage in one turn.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and Ultimate doesn't even do that. It's so easy. He actually has a card that allows him to get a combo token. It's like, cool, alright, I'll play that before I go, so then I can whoop your ass. It's definitely busted, I think. Even though he lost.
Yeah, I know.
He lost to Scarlet Witch. Well, that's the thing. It's like there's no real gauge. Yeah,
right.
On paper that should be the most busted ability. Right. But if dice and so I think that's why they try to do that. They're like, well, we can get away with things being busted because it's not guaranteed. If that was just a static if that was a passive, but it's not. So and that's the thing. It's like whenever I was on a win streak or then you were on a win streak, never once was it like, oh man, yeah, no, we both played really well and one of us just edged out the other. It's like, nope, dice went my way and cards went my way. All right. Yeah. So basically, the tournaments have solidified that I will never binge this game again. This is one of those that's if you were like if we were just looking to play something just randomly, pop it out. Oh, yeah. It is the setup is amazing. Of just take a character out, boom, set it up, and play a quick, lighthearted 1v1 game. That I can do. But I'm fucking done with tournaments. I'm done binging this game. It's too frustrating.
And I like bringing it and teaching people because it's an easy game to teach people to. You know, so it's just kind of an easy game to pull out and set up really fast to teach people. Yeah,
I know we're currently doing our top 100. I know this slipped. I think it's in your 90s now. 90s or maybe 80s.
I don't know if I've said it yet, have I?
You have, yeah, 100%.
Okay.
100%. I know it slipped quite a bit for you. And it's not even on mine. I actually, in case you're wondering, if you watch the beginning of this tournament, you're watching the end, I had, the Marvel dice tray and stuff, and now we're using this because I sold everything. I sold both my seasons, I sold this, I sold Adventures, and I do not miss it, even a little. So, that's kind of it. I mean, in terms of my favorite, it might go Loki. If I was doing top 3, it would probably go Loki, Black Widow, and Doctor Strange. Those would be my top 3. Black Widow I thought was super cool with just being able to pop off her abilities and then get powerful by having a bunch of upgrades. Because so far no one's done that. I've never seen anyone who actually can utilize special cards.
Right.
So that one felt radically different. They all do still feel they all do feel different from one another. You can just definitely tell that there's parallels. I'm not saying that Black Panther is clearly a skin of Pyromancer. You can make the connections. So yeah, that's where I'd put it. Loki's super fun. Black Widow's really cool, and then Doctor Strange if you can. But I like the side decks kind of stuff, so that's why he works for me. Least favorite would probably actually be Black Panther. I think he's just so basic.
Yeah. And so easily stopped.
Yeah.
Too. As easy as he is, you'd think he'd be powerful in other ways.
Yeah.
But he's not really. I mean, he doesn't have a super powerful attack.
No, you're right. I mean,
he relies on those tokens to do anything, and if they get wiped out, then it just totally cuts you off at the knees,
Yeah, he can be super powerful, where if you pop off an ability and then it's 8 damage, and then you gain a kinetic energy, and then it stacks it.
Because that's how I won that first time, was because I used the tokens. I went through and I popped off a couple times.
Yeah.
But it was just I never did that last time at all.
Yeah. Nope. Remove one. Remove them all.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you only gain 1 when you get hit. I could deal 60 damage to you. It's still 1 kinetic energy. But so what would your top 3 be?
Well, my favorite's Thor.
Your favorite is Thor.
And then
Okay.
I'd go Loki. And then I would say probably Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Just because she's pretty strong. Like, she hits really hard.
She's one of
her
the
tokens make her like really powerful.
Yeah, she comes off as she kind of mainly reminds me of the oh, it's not Angel, but like the
Seraphim.
the Seraph in the original.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I mean, would your ranking of Marvel Dice Throne change after the tournament?
Oh no,
No?
It'd probably stay the same because I played it all 2 weekends. Was it last weekend or 2 weekends? It was 2 weekends ago, I guess, is when I had that tournament.
Okay.
That I did, and I did really well in it. But it would probably still about be the same.
Okay.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what I originally gave it, and I'm not gonna rank it right now because it's polarizing. One game I'll have, it's like this is a 9. I'll play another game, and it's like it's a 2.
Right.
So it is what it is. But that's our thoughts on Marvel Dice Throne and kind of the tournament overall as a whole. That's that. I guess let us know what you think of Marvel Dice Throne in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.